Hey everyone, welcome back to Checkmate Scholars. In today's video, we're going to be tackling the 3rd grade STAAR test. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe for more content like this. If you know any parents with 3rd grade students, feel free to share this with them. I'd also like to make a brief disclaimer that all the questions we'll be going over in today's video are strictly based off of the TEA website and its curriculum. Alright, let's get started. This question reads, which expressions are equivalent to 15,090? Alright, so how do we solve this? Well, we see in our answer choices, everything is written in expanded form, which means we have to combine these numbers and see if they're equal to 15,090. So let's look at our first answer choice. Let's put it in our place value chart. Let's try and add everything up and see if it equals 15,090. Remember, when you're adding big numbers, always use your place value chart. All right, so we have 1,000. Then we're going to add to it 5,000. All right. Then after that, we're going to add 900. Notice I'm always going to start on the right-hand side because I want to make sure everything is lined up perfectly. Okay. Then we're going to add it all up. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. Same thing again. 0 plus 0 plus 9 is 9, and 1 plus 5 is 6. So we end up with 6,900. Does this equal 15,090? No. All right, so now we're going to check our next answer choice, which is 15,000 plus 90. Okay, we're going to put it in our place value chart. Remember, always start from the right, start from the ones place. All right, we got another 0, we have a 5, and then we have a 1, making 15,000. And we're adding 90 to that, okay? Let's add it up, and what do we get? Okay, that plus sign, so 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 9 is 9. We have our 0, our 5, and our 1. Does this equal 15,090? It sure does, so this is correct. All right, let's move on to our next answer choice, which is 1,000 plus 5,000 plus 90. We're going to put this in our place value chart. So we have a 0, 0, 0, and the 1 in the thousands place. And remember, if you want to try these on your own, you can pause the video now and try it on your own. All right, so we have a 0, 0, 0, and then we have a 5 in the thousands place. Then we have a 0 in the ones place, and a 9 in the tens place. And we're going to add it together, okay? And we end up getting a 9 in the tens, 0 in the hundreds, and a 6 in the thousands. This does not equal 15,090, so that answer choice is wrong. All right, so let's check our next answer choice. We have 15,000 plus 900. So let's put that in our place value. We have another 0 in the hundreds, a 5 in the thousands, and a 1 in the 10,000s. And we're going to be adding 900 to that. Right? And remember, if you want to pause the video here and try it on your own, you sure can. All right, so we have a 0, 0, a 9, we have a 5, and we have a 1 in the thousands, 10,000s. And so this doesn't equal 15,090. We see here that there's a slight error. There's a 9 in the hundreds place, but our question wants us to find 15,090, which has a 9 in the tens place. So this answer choice is incorrect. And it's a good thing to remember that sometimes the answer may be wrong by just a little bit. So always check your place value. Check over your answers one last time, because there may be a small little error that may look correct, but it's actually wrong. So always check over. All right, let's look at the next answer choice. So here we have 10,000 plus 5,000 plus 90. So we're going to put that in our place value. All right, have a 1 in the 10,000s place. Next we have 5,000. So we're going to have 0 in the ones, in the tens, and the hundreds, and a 5 in the thousands place. Last, we're going to have a 0 in the ones place and a 9 in the tens place. We're going to add this together. All right, so we get a 0 and a 9. Another 0, let me redraw that. We have another 0, a 5, and a 1. So here we have 15,090. This is correct. It matches with the number in our question. Therefore, that's correct. All right, let's move on to our next question. If you'd like to solve this on your own, you definitely can. You can pause the video here. This question reads, which expressions are equivalent to 20,340? So we're going to put this in our place value chart, just like we did the last question, right? So our first number is 10,000. So we're going to have another 0 in the hundreds, another 0 in the thousands, and a 1 in the 10,000s place. We're going to copy the same thing right underneath it. All right. Then we're going to have 300, so a 0 in the ones, 0 in the tens, and a 3 in the hundreds, followed by a 0 in the ones and a 4 in the tens. That's 40, and we're going to add this all together, okay? So we're going to add this together. We get a 4 in the tens place, a 3 in the hundreds, a 0 in the thousands, and a 2 in the 10,000s. This matches with our answer, so this is correct. This matches the number in our question set. All right, let's look at our next answer choice. So here we have 20,000 plus 400 plus 30. Going to do the exact same thing. We're going to put in our place value chart. If you'd like to try this on your own, you can. Okay, we have a 0 in the thousands place and a 2 in the 10,000s place. We're going to put 400 in there as well. And we're also going to add 30 to that. Okay, then we're going to add all this up. And we get a 0 in the ones place, a 3 in the tens place, a 4 in the hundreds place, a 0 in the thousands place, and a 2 in the 10,000s place. This does not equal what's in our question stem. We see there's a 430 instead of a 340. So this is incorrect. All right, let's put our next answer choice in the place value. First, we have 11,000. So we're going to put zeros in the ones, tens, and hundreds place, a 1 in the thousands place, and a 1 in the 10,000s place. We're going to put a 0, another 0, and another 0 in the ones, tens, and hundreds, and a 9 in the thousands place. Lastly, we're going to add 340 to that. So make sure everything is in the right place value, and we're going to add it all up, okay? So we get a 0 in the ones, a 4 in the tens, a 3 in the hundreds. The 10 in the thousands, we're going to get 10, so we're going to put a 0, and then we're going to regroup. Then we're going to get a 2. All right, so we get 20,340. This is correct. All right, let's check our last answer choice. Now you may be wondering, well, we already have 2 correct answer choices. Well, you always want to check all your answer choices just to be sure. All right, we're going to put 10,000 again in our place value chart. Okay, and we're gonna add 400 to that. Okay, 0, 0, and another 4 in the hundreds place. Then we're gonna add a 30, 0 in the ones, 3 in the tens place. We're gonna add this all together. All right, 0 in the ones place, 3 in the tens, 4 in the hundreds, 0 in the thousands, and 2 in the 10,000s. Again, the last part is wrong, which means this whole answer is wrong. All right, let's move on to our next question. But before we go over it, if these videos are helpful and you'd like to help your student get ready for the STAAR test, check the link in the description for our one-on-one tutoring by Checkmate Scholars. Here you'll have access to tutors that will work with your student, gauge where they're at, and prepare them for the STAAR test. Don't wait till May or April, start now. All right, let's get back to the video. So in this question, we're asked which expressions are equivalent to 17,100. We're going to do the same strategy and put our answers into the place value chart. So we have a 0 in the 1 in tens place, 0 in the hundreds place, 0 in the thousands place, and a 1 in the 10,000s place. We also have a 0 in the ones, 0 in the tens, 0 in the hundreds, and a 1 in the thousands place. Then we're going to add a 700 to that, okay? We're going to add all these numbers together, okay? So make sure you're solving this alongside me. I'm going to solve it, and we're going to get an answer of 11,700. Now, this is not equal to the number in our question. As you can see, the first 3 numbers are wrong. All right, let's check our next answer choice. We're going to have a 70,000, which is the first number we're going to put in our place value chart. 0 in the thousands and a 7 in the 10,000s place. I'm going to add 1,000 to that. All right, gonna add 100 to that. And then we're gonna add all this together. Okay, 0, 0, 1, 1, 7. So we get 71,100. This is wrong. Our first three numbers are wrong, which makes the whole answer wrong. Let's check our next answer choice. We have 10,000. Let's put that in our place value chart. 1 in the 10,000s. We're gonna add 7,000 to that. 0, 7. We're gonna add 100 to that. 0, 1. And we're gonna add all this together. We get a 0, 0, 1, 7, 1. Here we have 17,100. This is correct. It matches what's in our question. All right, let's check our last answer choice. We have 17,000 plus 100. Let's put that in our place value chart. We have a 0, 0, and 1. And we are going to add all this together. 0, 0, 1, 7, 1. So here we have 17,100. This is correct. It matches the number in our question. All right, let's move to our next question. Which expressions are equivalent to 34,558? We're going to put the first answer choice in the place value chart. 0, 0, 3. Then we're going to add 5,000 to that. Then we're going to add 500. Then we're going to add 50. Lastly, 8. We're going to add all of these together. Let's see what we get. We get an 8 in the ones place, a 5 in the tens place, a 5 in the hundreds place, a 5 in the thousands, and a 3 in the 10,000s. Notice here that we have an issue in the thousands place. The 5 is actually supposed to be a 4. So this answer is incorrect. Let's check our next answer choice. We have 34,000. Let's put that in our place value chart. 4 in the thousands, a 3 in the 10,000s. We have 500. We also have 50. Let's add that to it. And then an 8. Let's add all this together and see what we get. We have an 8 in the ones place, 5 in the tens place, 5 in the hundreds, 4 in the thousands, and 3 in the 10,000s. Now this looks like the number in our answer choice. In our question. So this is correct. All right, let's check our next answer choice. So we have a 30,000. All right. We have 3,500. 3 in the thousands place, we have 1,000. We have 50, and then we have 8. All right, let me redraw that. We have 8. All right, so let's add this together. Notice we have a lot of numbers here, but we have to start to add everything up. 5 in the hundreds, 3 in the 1 makes 4 in the thousands, and a 3 in the 10,000s. This is correct. It looks just like the number in our question stem. All right, let's check our last answer choice. First, we have the number 34,000. 0, 4 in the thousands place, and a 3 in the 10,000s place. We have a 500. Let's put that in our place value chart. We have 80. Then we have the number 5. Let's go ahead and add all these numbers up. We have 5, 8, 5, 4, 3. 34,585. This is not what they're looking for. As you can see, there's a mix-up in the 10 and ones place. Therefore, the whole answer is incorrect. All right, let's check out one more question type like this. Which expressions are equivalent to 24,055? So that's the number we're comparing. Let's check our first answer choice. We have 24,000. Let's put that in our place value chart. 4 in the thousands place, 2 in the 10,000s place. Let's add 500 to that. 0, 5, and then let's add 50 to that. All right, let's add all these together and see what we get. Here we have a 0, 5, 5, 4, and a 2. So here we get 24,550. This is not equal to the number in our question. As you can see, the hundreds, tens, and ones place all have wrong numbers. Instead of it being 24,055, we ended up with 24,550, making the whole answer incorrect. Let's check our next answer choice. We have 14,000, 0 in the hundreds, 4 in the thousands, 1 in the 10,000s. We have 10,000, okay. Then we have 50. Let's write that down. Then we have 5. And we're gonna add all of these up just like we did in previous questions. We have a 5, 5, 0, we have a 4, then we have a 2. So here we get 24,055. This is the same number in our question stem, so this answer is correct. All right, let's move on to our next answer choice. First, we have 14,000. Let's write that down. 14,000. And we have 5,000. All right. We have another 5,000. I'm gonna write that right underneath. And we have a 50. Then we have the number 5. So there's a lot of numbers, but we're gonna add them all together. All right, we got a 5, another 5, 0. Here we have 14, so we're gonna write 4 and regroup the 1. Okay, then we get 2. So here we get 24,055, which is equivalent to the number in our question stem, so therefore it's correct. All right, let's move on to the last answer choice. Here we have 20,000. Let's write that down, 20,000. And we have 4,000. 4,000. Then we have 500. Let's put a 5 in the hundreds place. Then we have a 5. Let's add these all together. We get 5 in the ones place, 0 in the tens place, 5 in the hundreds, 4 in the thousands, and 2 in the 10,000s. Here we get 24,505. As you can see, there's a mix-up in the hundreds and tens place. Therefore, the whole answer is incorrect. All right, next question. A store has 45 toy cars in 5 different colors. They're the same number of cars in each color. So, same number of cars in each color. That's a good detail. Which equation could be used to find the number of cars in each of the 5 colors? So you have 5 colors, let's make 5 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, they told us we have 45 toy cars. That's the total. But we want to equally distribute the 45 toy cars into each group, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Right, so if we count it, we can see that we have about 9 tick marks in each group, or 9 cars in each color, right? So 9 in each color. That's basically 9 toy cars in each of the 5 groups. All right, so we need to pick an answer. Let's start with C and D. C and D are subtracting and adding. We know that when we're dealing with groups in math, we're either dividing or multiplying. In division, you're taking a really big number and you're dividing it into smaller groups. In multiplication, you're getting smaller groups of small numbers and you're combining them to form a bigger number. All right, so we can go ahead and eliminate answer choices C and D. What about answer choice B? 5 times 45 equals 225. Well, we didn't have 5 groups of 45. We had 5 groups of 9. So answer choice B is wrong. This leaves us with answer choice A, which does represent what we just did. We have 5 groups of 9. And in answer choice A, we have 5 times 9, which is 45. Therefore, answer choice A is correct. All right, so now let's try and solve this problem with a different strategy. So let's take it again. We have 45 toy cars in 5 different colors. Same number of cars in each color. Which equation could be used to find the number of cars in each of the 5 colors? Right. So here it's important to understand that our colors are the same thing as groups, okay? Our colors are the same thing as groups. All right, and if we look back in our question, they want us to find the number of cars in each of the 5 colors or groups. So we have 45 toy cars in total, and we have them in groups of 5. So we should be thinking division. Just another way to say division. So 45 divided by 5 gives us what? That gives us 9. Now, we don't see 45 divided by 5 equals 9 in our answer choices. That's okay, because we know that division is the opposite of multiplication. So we can actually flip this equation around and give us something else. 45 divided by 5 equals 9 is the same thing as 5 times 9 equals 45. All we did is we took our 2 smaller numbers, multiplied them, and got us our bigger number, 45. And we can actually do a couple of practice questions just like this. Let's try it out. Let's say we have the number, let's do 24. Let's say we have the number 24 divided by, let's do 24 divided by 3. 24 divided by 3 equals 8, okay? Now, we want to flip this around into our multiplication problem. So we're going to take our 2 smaller numbers, put them on the same side and multiply them, and it's going to give us 24, right? It's that easy. It's nothing complex at all. It's very easy. Let's do another equation. Let's say we have 50. Let's do 50 divided by, let's do 5. 50 divided by 5 is going to give us 10, right? Let's take our 2 smaller numbers, 10 and 5, multiply them, and that gets us 50. All right, let's try one more problem. Let's say we have 72. What's 72 divided by 12? 72 divided by 12 gets us 6. So we're going to take our 12 and our 6, multiply them. That's going to get us 72. All right, it's that simple. All right, now let's start from the multiplication side. Say we had 8 times 6. Let's do 8 times 6. What does that get us? 8 times 6 gets us 48. Now let's say we want to switch this into a division problem. We're going to start off with our 48, okay? That's going to be the first number in the division statement. And then we're going to take either 8 or 6 and divide the 48 by those numbers, okay? So let's do 48 divided by, let's start with 8 first. 48 divided by 8 is 6. Or we can also flip this around or we can do 48 divided by 6, all right? So we can do 48 divided by 6, and that gets us 8. So you can use either one of the two smaller numbers to divide. Either one works, okay? Let's do another problem. Let's do 7 times 3, all right? 7 times 3 gets us what? Gets us 21. So we're going to take our big number, 21, and start with our division there. We're then going to do 21 divided by 3, which gets us 7. All right? See how simple it is? Let's do one more. Let's do 5 times 9, which gets us 45. All right? We're going to take our 45, and we're going to use that to do our division. We're going to start the division there. 45 divided by, let's do 45 divided by 5. And that's going to get us 9. All right, let's try a practice problem. A food market has 60 gumballs in 5 different colors. There are the same number of gumballs in each color. Which equation could be used to find the number of gumballs in each of the 5 colors? So we see that word each again. Each reminds us of groups. We have 5 colors, so we're going to have 5 groups. Remember, here, colors are going to equal groups. So we're obviously going to be dividing. We want to put our 60 gumballs into 5 groups. In other words, we're going to have a division problem that probably reads 60 divided by 5. All right, let's write that down. 60 divided by 5. What does that get us? That gets us 12. 60 divided by 5 is 12. But we don't see this division problem in our answer, so we're going to flip this around. So we get 12 times 5. Those are our two small numbers that we're multiplying, and that's going to get us 60. All right, and we see that in our answer choice. So therefore, B is the correct answer here. All right, let's try out one more problem. A car dealership has 18 cars in 2 colors. There are the same number of cars in each color. Remember that word again, each. That tells us that we're going to have a couple of groups. And when we see groups, we're either multiplying or dividing. Which expression could be used to determine the number of cars in each group? Okay, so what's our big number? Our big number is 18. That's going to be our total number of cars. Okay, so 18 is going to be our total number of cars. And we have 2 colors. Those are our groups. Okay, 2 colors. Those are our 2 groups. Now, what's the relationship between these 2 numbers? We want to find how much is in each group. So we're going to divide. Okay, so what's 18 divided by 2? 18 divided by 2 is 9. But we don't see that in our answer set, so we're going to change that over into a multiplication problem. So we have 9 times 2, which is going to get us 18. And that we can find in our answer set. All right, that brings us to the end of this video. This is going to be part of the Checkmate Scholars STAAR Test Tutoring series. If you are interested in one-on-one tutoring by Checkmate Scholars, check the link in our description. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Checkmate.